Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out. This is episode 204. You good? You having a good weekend so far? Say hi on social media if you're around. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. It's Mark Saltzman, Mark with a C, Saltzman. Drop by and say hi. I'd love to chat with you. We have a great Tech It Out show planned for you this hour with many guests. So whether you're listening to the show on your local radio station or in podcast form, I think you're really going to like the lineup. In a moment from now, we're going to learn all about the new OnStar Guardian app, which helps you and your loved ones stay safe, not just in your vehicle, but for the first time on foot. And you don't need to be a GM customer anymore to benefit from OnStar. Not sure if you saw their new TV commercial for this with the daughter who finds her wandering dad, her aging dad, on a park bench in the middle of the night through this app. Very powerful. Also on the show this hour, we'll talk summer fun with author Meredith Sinclair. We'll learn about floaties for the pool, for example, that are super easy to blow up thanks to technology. And she'll also talk with us about a new Tokyo 2020 Olympics video game from Sega that's now available and other ways to keep the family entertained this summer. And finally, Nanoleaf stops by to chat about their smart lighting, their cool panels that you can decorate your wall with and then control all the lighting and the colors and all that with your voice or with an app. All of this and more on a brand new episode of Tech It Out, powered by Asus, for those in search of incredible, but I'll tell you more about them after our first interview. All right, so you've heard of me talk about the new OnStar Guardian app on this show, especially over the past couple of weeks, but it's such a game changer that I wanted to invite a guest onto the show for a deeper dive on its features. And that, for the first time, you don't need to own a GM vehicle to become a member. Joining us on the line to chat is James Nava. He's National Manager for Global Connected Services and Marketing at GM. Welcome to the program, James. Great to chat with you.
You as well, Mark. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Before we talk about the new OnStar Guardian app, please tell us about OnStar. What do most people know about this service, which is a quarter of a century old, if I'm not mistaken? And what are some of the lesser known features, if you will?
Yeah, it's amazing to think, Mark, that we're now actually celebrating our 25th anniversary and OnStar has been around, to your point, for a quarter of a century. I think what most people think of when they think of OnStar is, you know, this added peace of mind in the fact that we've brought our customers really, we've helped keep them connected and protected for so long. Our members have access to emergency certified trained advisors who are available exactly when they need them. They're available 24/7. It's a real person. They're ready to help. And, you know, they're easy to access. Not only are they easy to access through the vehicle blue button, but also in a time of need. For example, if a customer was in an unfortunate accident and airbags deploy, our emergency certified trained advisors automatically connect to those customers, reach out to them, see if they're okay, and send emergency services to them to help them in their needs. So I think that's what most people would think of when they think of OnStar. I think one of the things that I think customers may be a little bit surprised to learn about OnStar is the scope and the breadth of the features and benefits that we provide to consumers. You know, as an example, these advisors can also work with local authorities and help if a vehicle is stolen, for example, they can help track it down, help block it from being started again, and help slow it down to bring the vehicle back. As well as, you know, helping in times of need from a crisis assist perspective. And I think of examples of natural disasters like wildfires. And, you know, our advisors can help consumers locate loved ones or connect with loved ones, help get them to safety by navigating them around certain incidents. And they're there for them when they're in need. So I think they'd be a little bit surprised, potentially some folks, by the breadth of the features that we offer.
Obviously, a very comprehensive service. And with that in mind, you used to need to drive a GM vehicle like a Chevrolet in order to have OnStar and have access to it. So it's now opened up. Please explain what the big announcement was a few weeks back.
Yeah, so exciting to have this now in the market. It's really, I think, a great example of GM's vision to focus on opportunities beyond the vehicle and really make the road in the world a safer place. That is our ultimate vision. And I think broadly releasing the OnStar Guardian app offers this opportunity for OnStar to be extended beyond the vehicle and offer personal protection and security to everyone, no matter what vehicle they drive. Anywhere they go, any vehicle, they can be connected to our advisors and feel safe and protected.
All right. So this is an app called OnStar Guardian. So we're not talking about vehicles that have the integrated OnStar service. That's still going to be exclusive to GM vehicles like Chevrolet and Buick and Cadillac and GMC.
That is right, Mark. But it does bring a lot of the similar features that our customers have come to know and love over the past 25 years and make them available to anyone through the app. So as long as a consumer has a smartphone, can download the app, they have access to a lot of the features and benefits from a safety perspective. As an example, mobile crash response, roadside assistance, emergency services, and 24/7 access to OnStar advisors. So again, it brings a lot of those same features that our customers have come to know and love to everyone that has a smartphone.
Yeah, awesome. And it is true, 9 out of 10 of us do now have a smartphone, and we certainly bring it with us on the road. So this is the OnStar Guardian app with many of the same features as the integrated OnStar in vehicles. Tell us about some of the other features. So again, automatic crash response, access to a live certified advisor 24/7. Or is it true that if the phone senses some sort of incident, then you may hear an advisor talk to you through the phone?
Yeah, that is exactly right. For Android phones right now, they will automatically be connected and the advisor will come and offer assistance. For Apple devices, we will help connect to the advisor and prompt, make it easy for the consumer to get a hold of, or the customer to get a hold of the advisor. But yeah, they will potentially hear a voice and offer help and assistance in that time of need when it's often not necessarily the first thing on your mind.
And James, I mentioned that you'd hear a voice through your phone, but in many instances, it'll be through your car's speakers because, most of us will connect our phones via Bluetooth or with a cable. So it's very much a similar service and experience for the customer, no doubt. Can you walk us through a couple of sample scenarios and how this OnStar Guardian app can help? And then I want to talk to you about bringing it outside of the vehicle as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think one of the big use cases, we've talked a bit about it already, is the mobile crash response. And again, the app using the smartphone sensors to detect a crash and connect you with an advisor. I think the other real big feature is location services and the ability to extend the app to 7 of your loved ones. And you think about the value of that, knowing the safety that your family is protected and connected as well for things like roadside assistance and emergency services. They have all those tools available to them, and you can add it to 7 members at no additional charge, which is really nice.
That's great. It's actually a benefit above and beyond the integrated OnStar because you can share it, which is pretty awesome. And I hinted at a commercial that I saw the other day. Correct me if I'm wrong, James. We are chatting with James Nava, National Manager for Global Connected Services and Marketing at GM. I saw an aging man. He was wandering. I think he went to a park bench in the middle of the night. And the daughter was able to find him through the app and bring him home. So these features go even outside of the vehicle.
Yeah, they really do. So I think with location services, again, it provides a great example of that vision where we're looking to make the world a safer place, and that commercial speaks to this example of a gentleman that has Alzheimer's, and because he has the phone and the app on his phone. His daughter is able to locate him, find him, and ensure that he's safe and bring him home safely. So just another way that the Guardian app can help keep family and loved ones close and safe.
Love that. All right, James, as we wrap up, how much does OnStar cost, like the one that I have? And is it the same as the OnStar Guardian app service?
Yeah, so great question. So we have a number of different product offerings. Our prices range from $14.99 to $49.99, depending on the level of access and connectivity that a consumer is looking for. We really have something to tailor to everyone's needs.
That's per month, correct?
That is per month.
Okay.
And we do have our most popular package is $39.99, which is our Essentials bundle. So again, a wide range of products and services that meet every consumer's need from $14.99 up to $49.99 per month. For our packages that actually have a safety and security included, the OnStar Guardian app is included in those packages, so at no additional cost. For consumers that aren't current members and are looking to just get the Guardian app itself, it's actually $15 a month. And again, you can add to 7 additional level ones at no cost. And we do have a free 30-day trial. So I would love to encourage folks to give us a shot, give it a try. I think you'll love what you're going to see, and the fact that we can really help keep your family and loved ones safe and protected. And again, a free 30-day trial to give it a shot.
Yeah, it sounds like a fantastic way to give you some peace of mind, keep your family safe, and without breaking the bank either. And then the best website is OnStar.com.
That is right. Yeah, OnStar.com will have all the information, plans and pricing. App Store or Google Play work great as well. You can learn more there and try it for free for 30 days.
And I should also mention GM is donating a portion of the proceeds from this service, this app, to an Alzheimer's association, which is fantastic. James, great to chat with you. Thank you so much. And congrats on the launch of OnStar Guardian, the new app. Amazing.
Thanks so much, Mark, for having me. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Thank you. Have a great day.
If you're in the market for a new laptop, or maybe you're looking to pick one up for a student in the home, check out asus.com/US/radio. This show is powered by Asus for those in search of incredible. Asus does create technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, and that includes its line of award-winning laptops, whether they're VivoBooks or ZenBooks, ExpertBooks for more of a business-grade laptop, or Chromebooks. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio. We'll be right back with more Tech It Out when we chat with Nanoleaf. Stick with us.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. Smart home tech is super popular right now, as it can add convenience, control, and in some cases, cost savings as well. And smart lighting is one of the more trendy categories within the smart home space. And joining us to talk about Nanoleaf's products, which also help to unleash your creativity, we're joined by Jimmy Chu, co-founder and CEO of Nanoleaf. Welcome to the show, Jimmy.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Happy to be here.
Sure. Hey, I understand you met your co-founder at Nanoleaf while at University of Toronto. I'm a U of T alum myself.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. The three of us were on the solar car team at U of T, and so that's how we all met.
Very cool. Before we talk about Nanoleaf Elements, which I understand is new, talk to us about smart lighting in general. What's the appeal, do you think?
So smart lighting, that's a good question. I think right now the appeal is just not enough. Like, I think right now when you have smart lighting, it's really a light bulb that you could control with your phone, right? So it's moving the light switch from your wall down to your phone, and now there's voice assistants that can control it. But in my opinion, that's not really smart. Like, I think smart lighting really needs some level of intelligence and automation, and that's part of what Nanoleaf is building towards. So to answer that question, having a glorified light switch in your pocket on your smartphone, that's not really appealing enough to the wide public, but it'll get there.
I do like the ability to add timers and schedules as well. Speaking of automation, like just to make life easier for you, so you don't have to keep remembering to turn the lights off at night. I like having that convenience factor as well, not just the ability to control it with an app and your voice, but also being able to set it and forget it, so to speak.
That's true. And I think that we're at the very early stages of smart lighting.
Sure.
In the grand scheme of things, connected devices have only been around for a few years. And I think that in the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see all this smart home technology just really shape up. And eventually it's just going to be home products, right? It's just like there's not going to be a difference between smart home and just the regular home. And, you really got to think about what are the applications. And like you said, scheduling makes a lot of sense, automation. But at the next step is really the intelligence aspect of smart lighting. So that's where, whenever people say smart lighting, it just kind of triggers me a little bit. It's just like, it's not smart yet. It's getting there. Okay,
fair enough. So with that in mind, tell us a bit about Nanoleaf, including your light panels, which I have as well, by the way.
Sure. So Nanoleaf, we started off as a Kickstarter product, actually. So we started maybe about back in 2014. We had launched the world's most energy efficient light bulb, and we thought, how do we really change the way people think about light, right? What's the best source of light that people have? And, we did a lot of research, and I remember we were at CES and we were in Vegas, and we're walking through the Venetian, and there's that area of the Venetian where the ceiling emulates the sky, and it just feels really comfortable and cozy. And we thought, how do you recreate that feeling in your home? And that's what inspired us to create these modular light panels that could be pieced together, and you could put it on your wall, put it on your ceiling, and it'll kind of emulate that warm hug of the sky. So that was probably our first major hit. We launched it with Best Buy a few years ago, and then Apple Retail picked it up, and we kind of snowballed from there. But now, we're really thinking about how do we take lighting just to that next stage? How do we take smart lighting to that next stage with intelligence and automation? And that's kind of what we're setting out to do.
And speaking of Apple, you also have a line called Nanoleaf Essentials, which is, if I'm not mistaken, a bulb and a light strip, and it launched exclusively with Apple. Tell us about it and what this new Thread protocol is all about, which I think you're hinting at here.
Yeah, so the Essentials product line is a little bit different from our light panels product line. Like the Essentials product line, we really want to be able to, be able to create that light source for all over your home, right? So, and I think the light panels are more of that centerpiece for a room, whereas light bulbs and light strips, they create that ambient lighting. We launched it with Apple in conjunction with their HomePod Mini product launch, because the HomePod Mini was actually one of the first Thread-enabled devices to hit the market. So Thread is a new networking protocol, so it's very similar to something like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or Zigbee, but it's different. It's kind of like the love child of the three. It takes the best aspects of them. So with Wi-Fi, you have like every device is directly connected to the internet. It has its own IP address, and it can communicate with anything on the internet. With Bluetooth, it's very low power, so you can have battery-powered products that last for quite some time, still work. But the drawback of Bluetooth is it needs to be connected to the phone. So with Thread, it takes that it's able to work in a very low power setting. So you can have battery-powered sensors or products. You could have an IP address on every single device, and it's basically perfect for smart home products because you can have I think up to 60,000 devices in a single Thread network. So it's pretty crazy. So Apple is already committing this to they believe that this is the future of smart home. Google is headed in that direction as well. And so our light bulb and our light strip is the first Thread-enabled lighting product to hit the market. And you'll see the new partnerships that we have with Google coming out later this year as well.
Before we talk about Nanoleaf Elements, which is, I think, the newest in the family, can you give us a quick take on the Canvas and Shapes family of Nanoleaf products?
Yeah, so the Canvas and Shapes family, this is our light panel product line. The canvases are squares, whereas the Shapes product line, it's triangles, mini triangles, and hexagons. They do millions of colors, and I guess one of the most special aspects of them is that they're all modular and they can be pieced together. Right. So you could create an infinite number of different designs on your wall.
Jimmy, if you can hold that thought, we're going to continue chatting with Nanoleaf right after this.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, everyone. Jimmy Chu is the co-founder and CEO of Nanoleaf, a Toronto-based company with some, I know he doesn't like the word, but smart lighting. We're now talking about the Canvas and Shapes family of Nanoleaf smart lighting, those panels for your wall. Please continue chatting with us about it, Jimmy.
Yes, whatever design you create, it'll show up on the app the same way. And then you could have these beautiful flows of color, kind of choreographed throughout all these panels, and it just looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about creativity in my introduction as well, because you can customize how that panel looks. And just because this is radio, we're talking about these really thin, flat lights that can be affixed to your wall, and you can create the shape as Jimmy is explaining. Let's now talk about what's new. Let's hear about Nanoleaf Elements.
So Elements is our latest product. We just launched it a couple of weeks ago. They're a little bit similar to our Shapes product line in the sense that they're flat modular light panels, but the difference of them is they actually have a wooden look to them. So when they're off, they just look like flat wooden hexagons that create a centerpiece on your wall. And then when you light them up, we wanted to create that feeling of like a wooden fireplace. So it has different glows of white light. So everywhere from warm white, really warm white, to cool white. And it's kind of I would say it's one of the first lighting centerpieces that really focuses not on the smart features of the product, but really the look of it.
So this is all white light, so not like the colors that you would find with the canvas and shapes and light panels family.
Yeah, so I think like with smart lights, people really like the RGB functionality, but the RGB, like the red, green, blue functionality, it caters to a certain audience, right? So people usually put those kind of colorful lights into like a gaming room or in an entertainment room,
sure.
And it doesn't necessarily fit the decor of some homes.
Yep, fair enough.
So with that Nanoleaf Elements, with that wooden look, it creates more of that classic home feel, but it adds the smart features on top of it. So it's a great mix, and I think that it's going to cater to a very different audience than our color changing lights.
Do you need a bridge for Nanoleaf Elements like you do with Philips Hue, which is a small box that you would typically plug into your router?
No. The Nanoleaf Elements has Wi-Fi built into it.
Okay.
Actually, one interesting thing about it is it actually also has a thread radio. So if you buy the Nanoleaf Elements, it automatically it creates the starting points that you need to create a thread network within your home.
Can you use your voice to control Nanoleaf Elements?
Yeah, so you could use the Nanoleaf app to control it, or you could use Siri or the Google Assistant or Amazon's voice assistant as well.
Okay.
So it works with all the major platforms. But yeah, I think within our own app, you'll have a lot of customizations and controls. Like every single panel has 6 individually controllable points. But we have like these, 6 default settings that just look gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. And it's also modular, the Nanoleaf Elements product. So you can add more panels if you want.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So the starter kit comes with 7 panels, but you could actually build the system all the way up to about 500 panels. So it can be quite big.
And how much does the Nanoleaf Elements starter kit cost?
So the Elements starter kit, it's 7 panels at $299.
$299. All right. And what's the best website to learn more, Jimmy?
Nanoleaf.me. So nanoleaf.me.
Okay, Nanoleaf, Nanoleaf.me. Thanks so much. Jimmy Chu has been our guest to tell us all about the Nanoleaf family, including the brand new Elements.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Hey, I love hearing from listeners on social media, so be sure to say hi this weekend. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Speaking of which, you may know I write a tech tip of the day, a little easy way to get more out of your tech, and people seem to like my demo the other day of whispering to your Amazon Echo or Google Nest smart speaker, and your personal assistant will whisper back. So for example, you don't want to disturb your significant other sleeping beside you. You have one of these on your night table. If you don't whisper, she will sound like this. Say her name, you know what it is. It starts with an A. And then, what time is it in Cairo?
In Cairo, it's 11:14 p.m.
All right. But if you whisper, then she knows you want to be quiet. So you can say, Alexa, wake me up in 7 hours. And she'll say,
7 hours, starting now.
Love that. Anyhow, you get the idea. On Google, you first have to go into the Home app on your smartphone to enable what's called night mode. But with Alexa, you can just whisper and she'll whisper back. We'll see you on social media. It's Mark Saltzman, Mark with a C, Saltzman for my tech tips of the day. Actually, I'll share 2 more for iPhone users, so you're going to definitely want to take note of this. We'll start off with the first one. It's a really handy way to turn your smartphone into a flatbed scanner. So all you have to do if you want to scan something and let's say sign it is press and hold the notes icon on your iPhone home screen, and you'll see one of the 3D touch options pop up, and one will say scan document. Tap that, then hover your phone's camera over any kind of document that you need to sign, and it'll capture that image. Now, when it's on your iPhone, you can tap the word share and choose markup. And that means you can annotate on it. So you can now use your fingertip to sign that document, and then you can save it and then send it off to someone. If you don't do this, you know the drill. If someone emails you, for example, a swimming waiver for your kids to swim in a pool, you're going to have to print that document from your phone or your computer, sign it with a pen, scan it digitally, and then email it back to the sender. So that's a real pain. This is a much faster way. The other iPhone tip is also 3D Touch, where you press and hold an icon on your home screen for a quick action. And it's for those who want to share their physical location immediately with someone. Maybe you're in an uncomfortable situation and you want to share where you are geographically. You press and hold the Maps icon, and you'll see one of the options is to share your location. Then you can select who to send your location to and how, like a text message, an iMessage, an email, or what have you, very discreetly and quickly. And that's, again, a little Apple Maps hack for you. So if you like those tech tips of the day, feel free to follow me on social media. Once again, it's Mark with a C, SALTZMAN, or you can search for the phrase tech tip of the day, or even abbreviate it as TTOTD on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, and you'll see my posts, and feel free to subscribe or share or like or whatever. Love to hear from you. As of Thursday of last week, I'm now at tech tip of the day number 351. So certainly I've been writing these for a while. When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to catch up with lifestyle expert Meredith Sinclair. She's authored a book about play, having fun with the family. So we're going to talk about some tech and even some low-tech ways that the family can enjoy themselves this summer. So I know she's got a lot of great ideas that we'll get to right after this short break. We'll chat about VTech and Leapfrog and several other suggestions if you're looking for some fun ways to entertain the family in July and August. So Meredith Sinclair will join us right after this short break. You are listening to Tech It Out. I'm your host, Mark Saltzman. This is the Radio America Network. Thanks for tuning in. Hang tight. We'll be right back to continue on with the show. Stick with us.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Check it out. Hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. Summer is in full swing, and if you're still looking for ways to entertain the kids over the next couple of months, we're going to hear a few ideas right now, including some high-tech ones with Meredith Sinclair. She's a former elementary school teacher with a master's in education who's now devoted her career to evangelizing play. She wrote the book Well Played, The Ultimate Guide to Awakening Your Family's Playful Spirit. She's a regular on TV, she writes blogs, and today she's with me in radio and podcast form. Always great to chat with you, Meredith.
Thanks, Mark. It is so great to be with you today.
I hope your summer's going great so far, especially after the last 16 months we've endured, right?
Exactly. I think everyone is chomping at the bit to just get outside and play in any way they can. So hopefully these ideas are going to really help you and all these families that are ready to go get out there and play.
Now, I know not all of these ideas are high tech, which I like, actually, but we are going to start off with a camera designed for kids called the Kitty Zoom camera from VTech. Tell us about it.
I am so excited about this product. This, as you said, it's a Kitty Zoom and it's a print camera. So if you don't want your kids, ages 4 to 11, especially, just snapping away on your phone, this is a great product for them because it's very easy for their little hands to hold, and they can literally just click and print instantly. The paper is right in the camera, just sort of like those old Polaroid cameras that we used to have when we were young, right? But it's high tech. So it allows the kids to preview their photos first on the color screen, and then they can just click a button and they can print right from the camera, and they can do either panoramic or regular photos in their black and white. There's no ink needed. There's no Wi-Fi needed. It's fantastic. And then they can even flip up the lens and take selfies. They can take up to 80 different images with the paper that's included. And they can even make like photo stickers with the adhesive paper that comes with it as well. And then, of course, because, VTech, they've got to have many bells and whistles. This camera has that too. So there are like 110 templates and activities. So kids can make those photos into comic strips or greeting cards. They can add borders, and they can even do video too. So this is just about to hit the stores this summer. So it's a great way for kids to, document all their summer memories and even, moving right into back to school.
Okay, awesome. So it's called the Kitty Zoom camera from VTech. How much will it go for?
So this is going to be $74.99.
Great. All right. So speaking of VTech, I remember they acquired another great kids company, Leapfrog. Love to hear about what's new with Leapfrog Academy.
Yeah, well, see, as a former teacher, I love this too because it's a great way for kids to play their games that they love online, but it's completely academic, but still fun. So Leapfrog Academy, as you mentioned, it's got great monthly plans. So if you just want to start a trial, it's only like $7.99 for the month, but it's got all sorts of really fun educational games. Parents can track their kids' progress. And this is for kids 3 to 6. So instead of just giving them your device, especially if it's connected to Wi-Fi and you just never know what they're going to stumble upon, this requires no Wi-Fi. They can play on any device. And like I said, all sorts of just really fun math, reading, pre-reading, even self-care skills for young preschoolers. I used to teach preschool, and we used to have this in my classroom as well. So I really love this program and I highly endorse it.
Yeah, Leapfrog's got this like special sauce where they know how to make the game fun enough to keep the kids interested, but academic enough for moms and dads to be happy with it, right? Because otherwise, just give them a regular video game.
Exactly.
Right?
Everybody's happy. Win, win, win.
All right, so that's Leapfrog Academy. And if you do want to go with a regular video game, not all of them are violent, rated M for mature and all that. A game that I just reviewed for Common Sense Media from Sega, and it's called Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. You can guess that this is a virtual version of the real Olympics going on. Please tell us about it.
I am super excited about this. And my son, who is 19 now, is also excited about this. So this is a game that the whole family is going to love. So as you know, this is a much anticipated Olympic Games, having been postponed. It's about to start. And this is the official video game. So it has all like your traditional Olympic events, but then also a lot of new ones like BMX, biking, which is really fun. And what I personally love too, especially for younger kids, is everyone loves to make their avatars, right? So this allows kids to create really fun and kind of silly avatars. So you could be like swimming as a pirate or as an astronaut. You could be running a race. So you make your fun avatar, and then you can compete not only with your family at home, but then you can go on these global boards and you can play with people all over the world too. So you can tap into all different people to play with, but I think we're going to be playing with our family mainly. So again, yes, it's the official video game of these Olympics. It's by Sega. It's out now. It's incredible. If your listeners want to go to olympicvideogames.com, they'll be able to see it in action before they even buy it. So it's got a great trailer and all kinds of really fun events.
Yeah, I love that there's 18 different events, as much depth as there is breadth too, which I was surprised at. And it's only $39. That's about half the cost of many other video games today. Yet there's again, a roster of 18 real life events, but it's sort of more of an arcade flavor of them, which is great. Yeah. All right. When we return on Tech It Out, Meredith is going to share a couple of low tech or no tech solutions. Yeah, I know the show is called Tech It Out, but we do need to break away from our screens sometimes. So Meredith will share a couple of those when we return on ways to help keep the family entertained this summer, including some pool floaties for the kids that don't require you to spend half a day blowing them up. We're going to learn all about that when we return. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Check It Out whenever you want.
This show, Tech It Out, is powered by ASUS. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life. And that includes its line of award-winning laptops and desktops, monitors, smartphones, smartwatches, tablets, and much more. And their gaming division called ROG, or Republic of Gamers. You got to check out all of that sweet gear as well. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. We are chatting with Meredith Sinclair. She is a lifestyle expert and author of a book called Well Played. She's joining us to talk about some summer fun. We did chat about tech, including games. But now let's say you want to take a break from technology. You've got a card game based on a popular kids franchise.
I do. Okay. So parents are always asking me, we want to balance tech and then sort of the non-tech play this summer as well. And as you mentioned, this new card game is called Exploding Minions. And if you've heard of the game Exploding Kittens, which is incredibly popular, it is very much the same game, only this one is with minions. And I don't know about you, but we're a big fan of the minions in our family. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
So,
and my twins are 19, by the way, same age as your son, and they still love those movies as well. So
right. It really grows with us, right? Even as adults, they're just super fun. So what is incredible about this, I always just love a traditional card game because you can travel with it. You can take it to the beach, to the pool, in the backyard, and everyone loves a good card game. So basically it's the same premise as Exploding Kittens. And what you do is you deal out these cards, and you do not want to get the exploding minion cards. So you're just drawing cards, and you don't want to get the exploding minion. And there are ways to avoid the exploding minion by using the strategy of the other cards in your hand. So it's really a strategy game. So if you do draw the exploding minion card, you're out for that round. And then the play continues. And the person who wins is the person who doesn't explode. But as you can imagine, because of the minions, they're so silly, all the cards are very silly. You can make someone draw from the bottom of the card. You can skip your turn. You can see the future. All of that is strategy so that you do not end up being the one that explodes.
How much does it cost?
So this is only $19.99.
And then finally, Meredith, it's not summer without some pool time fun. What do you have from Swimways?
Well, Swimways is known for really fun diving toys and pool toys and floats. And they have this really interesting new technology, which is they're calling the hyperflate valve. So what's the worst part of floats in the pool? Blowing them up, right? Pumping them up. So what's great about these spring floats is they literally come in a little circle. You pop them open like a pop-up tent. And then this valve, you literally can just blow lightly into this valve. And the technology allows this air to go through much more quickly and fill up your float on the perimeter of the float. So it'll hold you without using a pump. And it's super fast. So these are great for, not only kids, but adults too. And they keep you afloat, and you've got them blown up just with your own breath because of this technology in about 5 minutes. So that's a win.
And what's it called and how much?
So these are the spring floats, and they are, again, with the hyperflate valve, and they range between like $14 and $49, depending on if you've gotten a kid version or an adult, extra big version.
All great ideas, Meredith. Is there a website that you'd like to plug that maybe we can see these products in action?
Sure. My website will have these, and it's meredithplays.com. And as you said, my book's on Amazon.
Awesome. Again, the book is called Well Played. The website is meredithplays.com. Great to chat with you, Meredith. All the best. Have a great rest of your summer.
Thanks so much, Mark. I really appreciate it. Happy summer to you.
Happy summer to all of you. In fact, as we wrap up another edition of Tech It Out, we've got about a minute left for the end of the show. I did want to end off, though, on a bit of a reminder, and at the risk of sounding preachy, I get these emails all the time from our listeners who have this tragic story. Something happened to their laptop. Either it was a power surge after a storm, the power came back and it fried the drive, or it was a drop laptop, or a stolen tablet, or a nasty virus. A number of things can happen to your tech, let's face it. So I just want to remind you to please remember to back up your important information on a regular basis. You don't need to be Bill Gates to know how to do it. Just pick up an external drive, like a Western Digital drive. It could be a hard drive, a SSD or solid state drive, even like a little SanDisk thumb drive, and connect it to your computer and back up everything that's important to you, your documents, your irreplaceable photos and videos. There's also software that you can download from Western Digital, by the way, that lets you automate that backup. So every night, for example, at 2 or 3 in the morning, it will automatically back up important files to that drive. And now it's an offline solution. You can put that drive away somewhere for safekeeping, just in case, like a safety deposit box in another room of your home, or leave it with a trusted relative. You can also password protect those drives. Just do something before it's too late. Thank you for tuning in to Tech It Out, everyone. We'll catch up with you next weekend. Be well. Ciao.